Hello friends, it is time for another edition of What Would I Put in My Starter Kit? As some of you may know, Stampin' Up! Has an amazing starter kit special during the month of October 2025. There are two options. One, you pay $35, just $35, and you get to pick out $125 of product. Or option two is to pick out or to pay $99 and pick out $189 of product. So with both options, you get $90 in free product. How awesome is that? Plus, you are going to get a lot of other benefits when you buy the Stampin' Up! Starter Kit. One of my favorites is a discount on your orders. If you are a paper craft addict like me, saving a little bit of money on your paper crafting purchases is always a good thing, right? We're going to talk about one of the other benefits today, which is that as a part of my team, the Cactus Crafters, you get all of my class tutorials for free as one of my team members, and that you unlock that when you buy the starter kit. So today we're going to focus on Christmas cards, okay? It's October. Christmas card making season is here. If you make your own handmade cards for Christmas, now is the time to start or continue, right? So my focus this week on what would I put in my starter kit, I'm going to show you products that I might choose that would help me create my Christmas cards this year. And I even have a really easy design that you could mass produce for your Christmas cards. So maybe it'll spark some ideas in your brain about products you want to use for your Christmas cards. And buying the products in a starter kit is one way you can save yourself a little bit of money this year. Plus, it will give you the opportunity to test out what being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator is all about, how much fun it is. When you buy the starter kit this month, you will be an active demonstrator through at least April. And it could go on longer depending on your purchases and sales. So you have quite a while to test it out, see what it's like. There is no obligation. There's no penalty. You don't have to send things back if you don't meet the sales requirement by then. You would just go back to being a customer. So it's a great time to try it out. Let's flip the camera down and take a look at this week's options for what I would put in a starter kit. Okay, I am going to focus on products that I would use to create Christmas cards this week. So hold on a second, I'm having a little trouble with my holder here. So let's say that I usually make my own Christmas cards, which I do, and I need to buy all the supplies to make those Christmas cards. Well, that can get kind of pricey. So the Stampin' Up! Starter Kit is a way to save yourself a little bit of money on your Christmas card making supplies this year. All right, option one, you will pay $35. That's it. That's a steal of a deal for all your card making supplies for Christmas, right? Okay, so here's what I would include. Remember, with the $35 option, you get to pick out $125 of product. So the first thing I want to do is pick out a bundle that I can use on my Christmas cards. Now, maybe you just want to pick a stamp set. Remember, all of this is customizable. You can choose whatever you want. So these are just my suggestions, and you can substitute a bundle you like better or a stamp set, different paper. It's totally up to you. But I really like the traditional labels bundle, which is a stamp set and dies. I think these dies are amazing. And there's lots of mix and match sentiments here that you can use for quick and easy Christmas cards. So this bundle is my top choice, and it's $43. So this alone is worth more than the value of the value of this is more than what you're paying for the entire starter kit. Isn't that crazy? Okay, but here's all the other stuff you can pick. So right now the paper that coordinates with that stamp set is out of stock. But we have so many beautiful papers, and that bundle really doesn't have to go with any specific one. So I have picked the Modern Christmas Designer Series paper. This is a specialty paper that has black, white, and gold, and you can see all of the fun patterns here. It's perfect for your Christmas cards, but it also could be used for other things. So isn't that gorgeous? This is $16.50 because it is a specialty paper. Now I definitely want some coordinating cardstock to go along to so I can make my cards. So I have a package of thick basic white, which I like to use for my card bases, and then basic black because that is the other color in the paper. So the thick basic white cardstock is $17 and the basic black is $14. Now we definitely need some embellishments, right? So I picked out the Druzy adhesive backed embellishments. Now you would get a full package. I've used quite a few of mine. These are worth $9 and they come in gold and silver. So I thought the gold works really well. And the silver would pair really well if you're just using black and white patterns without the gold in them. And then I also added some rhinestones. These are $6. And the main reason I added these is because when I got to the end, I had $6 left and I wanted to maximize that $125 of product. You can choose up to that amount, but you can't go over. So whenever I'm doing this, I always try to get as close as possible. This time it was exact. And then the last thing is this black and white and gold baker's twine. It's $8.50 and it coordinates with this paper. So you have some twine, you have some embellishments, you have the paper, the cardstock. Oh, and I almost forgot, envelopes. Don't forget these. You're going to need these to send your cards. So a package of our basic white medium envelopes is $11. Okay, so check out all this product. I can't even get it all in my screen because there's so much. And remember, the bundle alone is worth more than the $35. But you can get this entire pile of stuff for just $35. Crazy, right? Now, if you want to go with the more expensive option, the $99, you could add some other things onto your starter kit. You could pick another pack of paper. So I have picked this one, the Elegant Pine Snowflakes Designer Series paper. And this one has coordinating products with it too, but I think it's just really pretty. You've got all the snowflakes made out of pine branches. You've got your greens, a little bit of red. Let's see if I can flip it over here. So pretty. And then we have to have the coordinating embellishments. So I added faceted snowflakes, which are worth $10. This designer series paper is $12.50, by the way. I added another ribbon. This is our gold mesh striped ribbon. It would go well with the modern Christmas paper. It would go well with this. It's really pretty, and this is worth $8. Then I thought, if you want to add a little Christmas red to your black and white, or even like this, it would match this paper too. This real red shiny ribbon is $10. So you have options with your card making. And then you're going to need some adhesives for putting your cards together. So these are three of my favorites. Stampin' Seal Plus, which is worth $12. Your Stampin' Dimensionals, $4.25, and your mini glue dots for $7.25. And when you add all of those things in, then your total comes to $189, and you're paying $99. So you get all the stuff in that first pile plus the second pile for $99. Crazy. It is such a good deal this month. You guys, I can't talk. It's such a great deal this month, and it's so much fun to be a part of Stampin' Up. And I think you would love to be a part of our Cactus Crafters team. Now, I promised to show you a few card samples. So this one is using the Modern Christmas paper. This is one of my favorite card designs, guys, because it maximizes your designer series paper. You cut the designer series paper to 3 by 4 inches, and you can get 12 pieces out of one 12 by 12 sheet, and there's no waste. So you can mix and match the different patterns. I've cut out the label with the traditional labels dies, stamped in just black ink. I figured most of you probably have that on hand. I used the thick white cardstock for my card base, the basic black for the mat. You could, if you don't have plain white cardstock, you could use some of the thick cardstock to cut out that sentiment label. I used some of the twine and some of the embellishments. So super simple. You can also flip the design and do but it's the same thing, the 3 by 4 designer series paper. So for this one, I added in the red ribbon that I had in the second option. And then we have the rhinestones with the silver. So that's a pretty combination too, with the red, the silver, the black, and the white. But super easy card design. You could mass produce these. You could mix and match the labels and the sentiments. and your card making is done for Christmas. All right, look for a link for the starter kit in the description of the video. You can go and build your starter kit there, and you can choose either option. Remember, you can add anything you want to the starter kit. It does not have to be the products I showed you today. This is just to give you an idea. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. You can send me an email too. I'll put that in the description, my email or my phone number. You can text me and we can chat about it more. If you need help figuring out what to put in your starter kit or you have questions, I am happy to talk more about it. This special goes through October 31st, so you still have some time. But don't wait too long because you don't want to miss out on all the fun of being part of Stampin' Up! All right, guys, have a great weekend. I will see you again soon. Bye.